gonna try to make this one quick, but I've been watching a lot of the YouTube culture and Jack Howard's video and people responding to the idea that YouTube has changed. And I haven't been on YouTube for a really long time. And when I think about small communities and big communities on YouTube, I'm really focused on the ideas and the communities within those. I think about there's so much more access now than there used to be, that it's hard to maintain a balance between watching creators and being a part of communities that are gigante, gigantic, and being a part of smaller YouTube communities. And I started off watching bigger YouTubers. I mean, a lot of the YouTube videos that I got introduced to at first and projects and collaborations were with big YouTubers because they had the exposure. And now, being on YouTube longer, it's so easy to be caught up in that kind of content and to watch that type of content because it's so exposed. But as I found smaller communities on YouTube, I've really appreciated just working with them and growing with them. I was also thinking about how maybe big YouTubers are inspiring and getting people on the platform to watch people when they're watchers at first, when you're viewers at first. Even find myself wanting to watch a lot, but also wanting to create a lot. Maybe they bring people onto YouTube, and I'm not saying this is the only purpose. This is just my perspective on what's happened with me and how it's gone for me. Is being able to watch those large creators and what they've made and get inspired by that, and then start creating. And in the small YouTube communities in your niche or wherever you're creating, or the friends that you make that aren't even in your niche, which is possible, you get to build bridges with them and build a community around that and rise a community of yourself or join one and help create one, like One Time Stories or the Social Issues community. Or there's just so many. There's so much content out there. It's the excess. My theme this week has been when things are in excess, it's so hard to distinguish like what's out there because so much is on there, and it takes a lot of digging to find great people that make great and creative and challenging content instead of the traditional norm or expectation of YouTube, or things that are really popular that aren't always the best thing for you, I guess, in terms of what might inspire you. If it's just something like a challenge or beauty or morning routine or whatever it is. Not to say there's something wrong with that kind of content. It's popular for a reason because people watch it. It's just it it becomes commonplace, and there's so many factors involved. But I watched Fran's video, I watched Jack's, I've been watching the few responses, just in the idea that YouTube changes. And I definitely agree. I think it's important though to build bridges. I can't speak today. Build bridges between communities, and yeah, and do that amazing work of creating communities from the start, because those are the communities that 5, 10 years down the road, if YouTube is even still here, if I'm in focus, I think I'm in focus, that will continue building YouTube, continue rising different genres. It's like you're tossing a salad, and I don't know, there's probably a better analogy than tossing a salad. It's so fascinating to me on how much different communities play different roles, and even bridging both of those communities is important. That's what large YouTube creators have the opportunity to do. I think that they should focus on that as well, as bridging the smaller communities together and rising them up and showing the work that they're accomplishing. They have a voice and they have that exposure. They have to choose that exposure wisely, but they can use that, like Ashley Mardell's making the little YouTube documentary, focusing on that content that isn't exposed a lot and helping it surface, helping it be seen, whether it's by women especially or it's by anybody, any kind of content. It's I just love the idea of bridging communities together and building communities, because I've been a part of a few of them. NFI, 365 Nerds, just the art assignment, there's so many. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Yeah, that's about 4 minutes. I could probably edit this down, but I think I'll just upload it and do a nice little one take, because one takes are fun and challenging and different and maybe exciting, because I get to do this. I don't have to edit anything, and it's almost already 4.5 minutes. So I'll probably stop right now and let you discuss in my diaphragm and comments and things and all of the things, because I care so much about the people on it. It's not about numbers or subscribers or views. It's not about the labels. It's about the people more than it's about the fame and the money and the views. Because growing people, growing a community, growing a culture, that's the challenge in being like a leader of your community, which is just fun. It's just connecting and caring about people and growing and growing what your passion is and finding people that enjoy your passion, whether they create the same things you do or not. So, those are my thoughts. I'll link some people below that I've watched, and you can check it out. But I'm like one takes. One takes are so fun because it's so authentic, and I can look at the screen. I don't really care because I can just look at the screen if I want. But that's all I wanted to say. Yeah. Everybody polka, whatever my outro usually is. I don't really care. Just wanted to share that. Share moments of excitement with you. Yeah. Okay. See you next time. Whenever. We'll figure it out.